Okay, I've rolled out a piece of clay, yay thick, and I'm going to place it about there on the head. Okay, so it's towards the back, but also at the top. Okay, and I think hopefully um, that will, yeah, that will do. But we'll see once we've got it all blended in. And this is the part where it takes time, but make sure you have no seams, because that's what spoils things. I'm just trying to think, there were other things that I wanted to discuss, but as I said, when I'm working on something, I'm in a room on my own. It's quiet, it's peaceful. Like we live in the country, as I said in my reborning videos, and I tend to be quiet, and so I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. So it's a little bit hard for me to sort of think and work. But anyway, I'm doing the best I can. We After this, we're going to start, once we've done the ears and that, we're going to start on the body. And what I shall do is explain and just take on doing a body for that I've already started for the other little one, just as a time saver. It'll be simple enough to understand how to do it. Now, I'm not a person that, as I said, that goes by measurements or all this sort of thing. A lot of people will ask me, well, how big should the head be in comparison to the body? I eyeball a lot of my work, in fact all of my work probably, I'll have to say, so I couldn't really tell you. I look, and if it looks right to me, then it's right. Yeah, sure, I've made a lot of mistakes, but you learn. But if you really want to know exact measurements, like limbs, body, and so forth, to what size head, just do a Google search, and you can find that information there, I'm sure. Other than that, and I will leave it in the subject box there underneath, I have learning groups on Facebook, which are free to join, and on my Silicone baby making one, where it covers, of course, a lot of sculpting as well. A lot of top artists there from all around the world. We're happy enough to answer your questions. And you can give your work, a photo of your work. You can put it on the list, on the group, and they'll tell you in honest and kind ways how you can improve, and that's the only way you learn. You have to be open to constructive criticism, as was I. Took everything on board, and for next time, or you can fix it. Their only intent, as far as I can tell, because we've only got very nice people on my group, is to help you to learn to become a great sculptor and artist, silicone doll artist. They don't have any ulterior motives, and sometimes you can get lucky enough to find one of the artists selling a blank silicone baby kit, if you can call it that, and all sorts of things. But really, idealistically, as I said before earlier on, you are better off to learn how to sculpt for yourself and make your own babies. That's the rewarding way of doing it. But you're welcome to join. We've got, I think it's definitely over 1,000 and maybe 2,000 members there. As I said, worldwide. There are rules to adhere to, but pretty simple, straightforward ones. We've never had any trouble, thank goodness, touch wood, on that group, and we wouldn't tolerate it either. So, yeah, find it very, very nice people on there. Very nice artists that are willing to help you learn. So, as I'm putting this clay up, you can see that the head has changed. Oh, no, you can't see anything because, again, camera problems. You can see how the head has changed shape at the back. I would be not inclined to put any more on the back. Okay? Looking at it from this angle, you can see how it's smaller in the front and wider at the back, like an egg sort of shape, and that's how it should be. So now I'm going to look it on side on and just make sure that I haven't got a dent in the top of my head here, because I added this extra piece there. Let's have a look here what's going on. Okay, looks pretty good to me. Okay, nice and smooth. And of course there's more smoothing to be done, but my clay is definitely telling me, let me rest, woman. Okay, so I'm just going to lift this up a little bit. And I'm just going to... Okay, so what's happening here, don't worry about it because it's on the bottom anyway. The foil seems to have gathered about there, and some of it's showing through, but look, concern yourself not. What you should be concentrating on is the head itself and how it's looking. So we've got our jaw lines happening here, and that's the one I did with my thumb on both sides. And if you look at underneath, then you know they're both in the right position. And basically, after I let this one have a rest and cool down, I'm just going to do her ears, and then she's going to be set aside, and I'll explain to you how to do the body. You can watch me work on the body that I've already started, just to save time. And why I had to do that, no, actually the body I'm going to be doing for her, that's one of the reasons why I'm going to go with the other body, is because the one that I'm going to do for her, I've already got the pre-baked hands and little feet where I've taken them off another sculpt, because after I sculpted it, silly me, I was in a hurry, and I looked at it again and the body was actually too big for little hands and feet. So I'm doing her, and her body being smaller, and I'm going to attach these to the other body, so I don't have to do hands and feet with her. So I'll do them with the other body so you can see how they're done, and I'll just do her off camera for, you know, the body and that. And once we put her together and we've baked her, I'll bring her back and you can have a look at her complete, ready to become a silicone baby. And I have covered glove molds here before somewhere, but much earlier on. It was a few years ago I did the videos there. But I may even go ahead and show you a glove mold with her, you know, how we do it. And it'll be like watching her, you know, come to life, I suppose. Being born. I keep saying her. You know, I'm not allowed to have another girl. I've got too many girls. So I'm going to have to call you him. I'll give you a name so that I don't keep getting it mixed up with his and she's. I'm going to call you after my grandson, Sebastian. So there you are. That's Sebastian. Okay. Oh, stop fiddling, Anne. This is terrible. Once I start, I can't stop. There we go. Have a rest.